Hey guys, this is Candle, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. Okay, just want to go north. When we last left off, we had just gotten the airship, and now we're gonna go exploring. There's an archipelago to the north here. Yeah, now it's to the west that we want to check out. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff over here, and it's mostly all kind of similar. It's all dragon caves for the most part. And what do you find in dragon caves? Well, you find loot for one. Got some gil there. Some gil there. You don't find any random encounters. That's another thing that happens in here. But no, there are dragons in the dragon caves. If I can find one. Let's see. Where are you? There we go. Only the truly brave can obtain a token of their courage. Well, why would I want that? I do not know. X potion, we got that. Okay, and over here we got more gil. And more gil. And then yet more gil. Awesome. So we're done with this one, I think. There's not too much in each one. So, we go back over here. Thank you. Alright. Grab that. Let's go on to the next one, which is right here. And what's this one? So here's more dragon caves. Once long ago, there was an age when man and dragon lived together. Okay, what else? Anything else? There doesn't appear to be anything else here. There's nothing here. Well, alright then. We're done with this cave. Time to move on. This one's a little bit tricky because we got like all these swamp marsh tiles. So there's like very few places where you can actually land. But here's one of them. Let's go ahead and check this out. So here we have the entrance to the Hellfire Chasm, which we could go into now if we really wanted to, but there's no need. The heat surrounding the door is gone, but now that our prince has become king, no one is likely to enter anytime soon. So I imagine, I don't know what he would have said if the prince hadn't woken yet, because you kind of have to wake up the prince before you can get over here. Can I land over this side? No, I can't. I gotta go land back over here again. Alright. So yeah, that is the fourth of the elemental dungeons. So here we got more dragon caves. It is a rare thing to have humans visit us here. If you are valiant warriors, you should speak with Bahamut, our king. So yes, Bahamut did get his start in the first Final Fantasy game. Elixir obtained from the chest. And what else? The dragons of the Cardian Islands have no love of senseless killing. Got a cottage for our trouble and some gil. Alright, and I think that's it here. Okay, we got one more dragon to talk to. Once long ago, the Northland was filled with beautiful shrines and towering mechanical castles. So very long ago. And of course, dragons can remember, because they were probably still alive back then. Alright, so let's take a look at our map. So we've got two more islands to explore. Up here, we've got two spaces here. Ah, this is the one with Bahamut. You know, because it's this long corridor. Really, really long. And then even longer this way, but it widens. And then you've got, like, swords on each side. The Dragon King looks within to measure a person's true courage. This is the chamber of Bahamut, the Dragon King. Mind your tongue. I am the Dragon King Bahamut. I confer honor upon those whose strength and courage are true. Return to me with a token of your courage. Well, alright, I guess we do need a token of our courage, but where do we get that? See, that's the question. I mean, I already know the answer, but... as if I haven't already played this game many, many times. Alright, we got a couple more places here to check out. More dragon caves. Have you spoken with our King Bahamut? Yes, I have. Dragon King confers a great honor upon the brave. But we need to prove that we're brave. It is customary for a dragon to venture northeast to the Citadel of Trials. There he must test his mettle by claiming a token of courage from within. So yes, that is where we have to go next, the Citadel of Trials. The form the token of courage takes changes with the times. Do not let its appearance deceive you. Okay, I won't. I'll make sure that I know what it is for what it is. Alright, and of course we're on the overworld, so we have, ooh, a manticore, which is kind of a recolored sphinx. Kind of. You know, similar Actually, I don't remember. Does the Sphinx show the scorpion tail? Because, I mean, that typically is specific to the Manticore itself. There is one more island. There we go. Dragon Caves B1. You do not fear me. You have some spine in you, human. Alright, yeah, there's not much in this one. But this is not the Citadel of Trials. No, we've got to go elsewhere for that. Still, there is something else in here. Got a dry ether, very, very good. And a gold needle. Alright. So let's go ahead and get back out of here. And then find that Citadel of Trials. Let's get back on our airship. Now, if you remember, I mentioned a place that we could go to with the ship. And that would actually be like stopping in here and going to the Citadel. This here is the Citadel of Trials. Now, unfortunately, we have one of two ways. We can either go get the ship and bring it up here, and we'll have a shorter travel over land, but it will be a longer journey overall because we have to use the ship. Or the one place around here that we can actually land the airship is all the way over here. So we've got to go like all the way up around. Yeah, it's going to be a little while before we get there. Yeah, it's a little tedious, but you know, I get it. I mean, back when this game first came out, it was all about the grind and so on. But nowadays, I mean, that's just, it really is a bit tedious. Plus, I mean, it does allow us to get more experience as we continue traveling, but it does suck that we'll have to backtrack out of here. Yeah, so the Sphinx does have the scorpion tail, which is really weird, because traditionally Sphinx do not, Egyptian or Greek Sphinxes do not have scorpion tails. I think they have goats? No, that's chimeras. God, I don't remember what kind of tails they have. Might be snakes. I don't remember. But the Manticore is a lion-based creature, like body of a lion, head of a man, the wings of a bat, and the tail of a scorpion. So that's what a Manticore is. But these guys, a little bit different. And we got a ways to go. I should have used some magic to speed this up. Then again, way to go, Candle. Wipe out a Sphinx in one hit. Now, nobody else can really do that, but it's going to speed things up a little bit. Take maybe 4 turns? Probably more like 3 to get through here. Yeah, so yeah, this is going to be the last turn here. And boom, it's gone. So the Sphinxes are gone. Sphinxi? I don't know. How do you pluralize Sphinx? But either way, we've got a long trek ahead of us to get around here. This is going to take a little while. Yep. What's going to suck is coming back, but I'll cut that out for you guys. Yeah, I'll make sure to cut out the backtracking for you. Maybe we could have landed over this way? It wouldn't have cut out too much of the journey, though. You know, it's still a long journey. I don't know. Well, Jack's taken a little bit of a beating, so let's go ahead and use our multitude of potions to heal everybody back up to full. There we go. And continue on our way. We're like more than halfway there. Do I want to go this way or which way? No, I think I want to keep going this way to get to the Citadel of Trials. Yes, that is the way I wanted. Alright, yep, there it is. Ooh, a basilisk, that's new. That's not the way a basilisk should look, though. A basilisk is a giant snake, kind of like a anaconda, except bigger. I think. I don't know, I blame Harry Potter for that. Alright, so now we have the Citadel of Trials. You come bearing the crown, I see. Your fortitude cannot be questioned, indeed not. Very well, I shall grant you the right to undergo the trials. Go now, sit upon the throne. Your courage will be put to the test. If true courage dwells within you, you will find proof of it here. Alright, so let's go find that throne. Because we gotta go sit on it. Oh, there's a chair, and that warps us somewhere else. So yeah, interesting thing about this is it's kind of a small dungeon, but you've got different warps to deal with as well, and it can get a little bit confusing because soon enough you have choices of which ones to go to, but I think I know the correct order-ish. Let's go... Yeah, let's do this one. And then we've got a fight against Medusas, and that actually does look like Medusa. There we go. Technically, it should be Gorgons, because Medusa was a specific Gorgon, but whatever. Let's go ahead and just pound out a round of attacks, see how we do. Damn, Candle, you're a beast now. Well, even Jack takes one out. So those guys aren't too much trouble. Ooh, Minotaur Zombie. Does that classify it as undead? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try a Dia on it. Although it doesn't stick around long enough to find out. Alright. So next we want... Ooh, which one do we want? I think this one. Yes. Okay. So there's a neat item in here. Yeah, there's a really neat item in here, but it's protected by a strong encounter point, and we can actually get the chest later. It's a duplicate chest, so we can actually get that later. So what I think we'll actually do is bypass that one and take this, and there we go. That takes us exactly where we need to go. And now this is just one big spiral path. So yeah, this is just one big spiral path. We got nightmares now to deal with, so we'll go ahead and take care of these. We're actually got another really neat item coming up. I don't know if you saw that treasure chest or not, but there's something really neat in there too. But these nightmares aren't too much trouble. This is actually a reskin of, I think, the Crazy Horse from the beginning of the game. I don't remember if we actually fought one of those, though, this time around. So we've got here the healing staff, and that's kind of interesting because it can cast heal when used. So it can be used as an item. And wait a second. So that actually shows me that only Jill can equip it. But when anybody can use it in battle, I think. As a matter of fact, we have a fight here. So let's go ahead and try that real quick. And it is not a consumable. So yeah, it'll cast heal on the party. So this is really kind of neat. This allows you to, you know, if you don't have a white mage in your party, or if you don't have heal or whatever, or if they're down or whatever, you can have somebody else heal the party, which is really kind of neat. And the gauntlets are kind of similar, I think. Yeah, the gauntlets are another combat item, which is what they're called. And apparently it's best not to equip them so that every character can use them. So once they're equipped, you know, only the character who has it equipped can use it. Ooh, got king mummies. That's not good. Well, the good news is they're undead, so we'll just slam a, actually we'll pop a Cura on Jill and slam a Fyraga on everybody else, and that should just wipe them out. Especially since the King Mummy went down in one hit. These monsters are a lot weaker than I expected. Damn, even Jack takes one out. So yeah, Fyraga was a bit of overkill, but at least they're gone. Alright, let's see. Got a ruby armlet. We got an ice brand, another one. And steel gloves. Let's go ahead and go into our equipment. There we go, ice brand, and give him the ruby armlet. Alright. Now down here is where the gauntlets are. After we get rid of all this gil and a cottage. Here we go, here's the gauntlets. There we go, so what does that do? This one casts Thundara. Okay. But, if anybody has it, like if it's better for anybody, apparently it's not. I was going to go ahead and equip it, but So I just faced off against a trio of Medusas, and I forgot that they can petrify you, because of course they can, because they're Gorgons. But Jack got petrified, and I healed him back up. But Candle did not get healed up in time before the fight was over. And unfortunately, I don't have Stona. I forgot to get that spell. Alright, here's what we actually came for. This is a rat's tail, which seems really, really odd, but remember what they said. Don't judge the token of courage by its cover. And now we have to face off against dragon zombies, which are both dragons and zombies. So they should go. They should be able to go down pretty quickly with Dia and fire spells. So I'm not even going to use Firaga. It's probably just overkill since I have Jack casting Fyra as well. Or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. There's one dragon zombie left. And there it goes. Okay, so yeah, that would have been overkill. There we go. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Pretty nice and easy, and we are done with the Citadel of Trials. So I shall see you guys back at Bahamut. Ooh, worms. This is new. So we're on the Dragon Caves, the Cardian Islands, rather. We're not in the caves yet, but we're pretty damn close to where I wanted to come back, and I'm not sure I've ever fought this enemy before. This is new to me. I think this is something exclusive to the Cardian Islands themselves. Gotta fight some worms. And they're not too tough. I mean, you already saw we took one down. And there goes the other one. Alright, and is this the right cave? No, that's not the right cave. Alright, give me a second here. There we go, this is the one I wanted. Alright, let's get back to Bahamut and get our reward for showing him our token of courage, which is a rat's tail for some reason. Alright, right up here. Long has it been since men of courage stood before me. Your bravery would seem worthy of consideration. And now, the rat's tail you carry is a fitting token of courage and strength. Seems odd, but okay. So be it. I shall honor you with titles befitting your valor. So now we get our class changes. We get our upgrades. You know, our mid-game upgrades. There we go. Everybody looks nice and spiffy now in their new robes and outfits and stuff. Alright. So, our warrior became a knight, and our mages became wizards of their respective colors. The thief would become a ninja, and the monk would become a grand master. I'm going to go ahead and save real quick. Yeah, let's go ahead and overwrite that one. That's from previous playthrough. And now it's time to go backtrack and fill out everybody's spellbooks, because everybody has access to their full spellbooks now. They should. Candle can, whoops, I want status. Candle can access up to level 3 magic. Jack can access up to level 5. I think he's still missing his level 4 spells. And then Jill and Carl can access up to 6 for now. Eventually they'll be able to access level 7 and level 8 spells as well. But those are actually specific to the wizards rather than the mages, so you kind of need your class change in order to get them. Anyway, so now it's time for me to backtrack to previous places. I have to pick up Candle's spells in the Aldean Sea, and then start checking out everybody else's. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I just finished maxing out everybody's spellbooks pretty much as they can. Candle is completely maxed out. He could only get 2 of the level 3 white spells instead of 3 of them. But I gave him Cure, Protect, and Blink, Silence, Null Shock, and Invis, and Cura and Null Blaze. So he's done. I think Jack, he might be able to get some level 6, maybe some level 7, I'm not entirely sure. But, you know, he can't get those yet. But I gave him his level 4 spells. He's got Poisona, Blizzara, and Haste. And then level 5, he's got Curaga, Life, and Firaga. Jill, I gave her the level 6 spells, Stona, Exit, and Protera. Exit's going to be really useful, because anytime we would have to backtrack out of a dungeon, now we can actually just hit exit instead, so that's going to be really useful. For Carl, we gave him Thundaga, Quake, and Teleport, or Death, and I rounded out his level 5 spells with Teleport, which is kind of useless now that we already have Exit, but, you know, them's the breaks. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and save real quick, and then we will continue onward. Because I've got in mind a place I want to stop today. Let's see. So we want to go up here, but the easiest way is actually just to go south. And it'll wrap around. See, there we go. So here we've got a town. Let's go ahead and go to Gaia. This is Gaia. Outsiders often call our town the Eye of the Hawk. To our south is an ancient city known as the Wing of the Hawk. So yeah, the reason why they call it that is because the continent itself looks kind of like a bird. And this is that town he was talking about there because it's on the wing, and this one is in the eye. This one we're not going to go to for a while. We could go there now, but there's really no point because that is the town of Lufinia, and they all speak a strange language there that we cannot yet decipher, so we can't do anything about that. Now here we have our level 7 spells, except we only have half of them. Yeah, they kind of split up the level 7 to level 8 spells, and look at how expensive they are, 30 gil a piece. Now obviously we can't get them yet, but we're definitely want to come back and get Blizzaga. And these would be level 7 white magic spells, including Curaja and Diaja. Let's see. Ooh, we got somebody down there we can talk to. Have you visited the Wing of the Hawk? I can't understand a word they say there. Yeah, that's why we're not going. Not yet. I don't believe it. You're outsiders, aren't you? How did you make it this high up in the mountains? What, can you fly or something? Kinda. No, that's impossible, right? No, not really. I mean, I've got an airship. So here's our inn. Let's see, what do you have to say? A fairy was living at our spring, but I haven't seen her lately. I wonder what's happened to her. My dad was always telling me how the castle to the west was a place to test your courage. Yes, that's talking about the Citadel of Trials, which we've already been to. Okay, let's take a look at our weapons we can get. Cat's Claws, we'll go ahead and grab that. By the way, I did sell the gauntlets and the healing staff because I personally don't get much use out of them. They are kind of neat, but I don't get much use out of them myself. So that'll go over the power staff. Go ahead and sell that staff with good attack power. Yeah, it's a decent amount. And over here we've got ruby armlets and protect rings. So I want 2 of these. And we'll go ahead and get... I can only get 3 of those, so we'll get 3 for now. They guard against instant death, so those are really useful. Let's go ahead and optimize. There we go. And sell off the mithril gloves, the silver armlet, and the leather gloves. Which, that doesn't give us enough. No, not quite enough. Damn. Do I want to sell something else, maybe? You know, we're going to sell off our cottages. I'm not really using them that much right now. Plus, with the airship, it's never too much trouble to actually sail to, like, Cornelia, or to fly back to Cornelia and heal up for cheap at that inn. What I do want to do, though, is go ahead and equip. There we go. And let's go ahead and sell those leather gloves real quick. Alright, get our items organized. Alright, so that's the best we can do here. Somebody else over here. I saw a shining light flying to the west in the night sky. I know I saw it. So yeah, that's a little clue for something else later on. There's somebody else we can talk to here as well. A couple people, it looks like. They say a special water called Oxyale gushes from the bottom of our spring, but only fairies can draw it out. Yeah, Oxyale will be useful later on, so we're going to have to employ the aid of the fairy. That broom's always trying to weasel its way out of its chores. I don't know what to do with it. Busy, 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 swish, swishery. He's got nothing else to say. There's a tower in the Yonikerm Desert that no one can enter. Some people think it's nothing but a mirage, so it's called the Mirage Tower. No one can say for sure, though. Yeah, we'll be going there eventually, too. There aren't really any locations you don't go to in this game. The legends say the Sky People could soar through the sky and build castles above the clouds. Well, I guess they built our airship then. And what's that about castles in the clouds? Alright, up here we have a couple more magic shops. These are some of the level 8 spells. Again, they're not all of them. You're missing one. But we got Stop, Warp, and Kill. And then over here, we've got Holy, which is the last offensive white spell. Null All, which is really good. And Dispel. Excuse me, which is also really good. But again, the level 7 spells are 30 gil. The level 8 are 40 gil. So we need a shit ton more gil than we used to have. I already talked to you, didn't I? Alright. Well, we've got a path going this way, so what's up here? So here's our item shop. What are they selling? We can buy cottages here if we want, but we also have Phoenix Downs, Ethers, and High Potions, which is good to know, even though I'm already maxed out on those. There was a scholar studying the Lufenian language, but I can't seem to recall his name. We've met a scholar, haven't we? Dr. Un, I think? Dr. Un or Une? So here's our sanctuary. That's a big sanctuary. I caught the fairy, so I figure she's mine to do with as I please. What's the big deal? So I sold her to the caravan, so what? Yeah, that caravan can be a pain to find. Alright. Is there anything else over this way? Anyone or anything? No, this is where the fairy spring is. Okay. I think we're done in Gaia for now. We'll come back once we have the fairy in tow. And for now, let's go ahead and check out the other town we can get to that's actually, whatchamacallits, that actually, we can speak their language. That's what I'm looking for. So this is the town we need. Closest place we can set down, I think, is, I want to say there's like a little bit right here. No, it's right there. That's the closest we can set down to it. Alright, so let's get over there and face a Desert Beretta, which is weird because a Beretta is a gun and we're not in the desert. So I have no idea what the hell this thing's supposed to be, but it apparently has strong physical defense. Ooh, look at Carl slashing out the damage. On taking damage too. That's not good. There we go. It didn't take too long. Only got 1 gil for that? What the fuck? That's not fair. But now we gotta face off against wyverns, which are just a palette swap of the worms we faced earlier. And these guys are kind of weak as well, so we don't have to worry about them too much. Well, they'll go down in the next round. But yeah, those cat's claws are good for Carl. I mean, look at him. He's just taking them down now. Alright, got a level. And let's go ahead and do... Okay, I was gonna say I don't have any antidotes, do I? But I do. I do have antidotes. They just weren't quite where I was expecting them. Alright. Here we go into the town of Onrak. And this is like the last town in the game that's a proper town. We've got an item shop. We've got people talking here. That Underhill fella from the caravan had something awful weird for sale. Oh, so there's mention of the caravan. We need to find that. Look at my legs. Aren't they wonderful? I love having legs. Look, did you see that move I just did? Yes, I did. They are very fine legs indeed. So there's our sanctuary. You ever hear of something called Oxyale? Yeah, I actually did just recently. They say that the shrine sank into the sea 200 years ago. Now there are mermaids living there, or so the story goes. A shrine that sank into the sea 200 years ago? What do we know that happened 200 years ago? Yeah, that's when the water crystal stopped working right. Oh, I already talked to you. Out of me way, son of a... I haven't been able to catch me a single fish. How am I supposed to keep food on my plate and in my belly? They say this used to be a beautiful village until about 200 years ago. So yeah, something strange happened then. You see a gravestone. Okay, I talked to both of you, didn't I? Nope, I hadn't talked to you yet. Cope's been spreading some nonsense story about how he saw some shining thing fall out of the sky. Alright, so here we got more magic shops. These will be the rest of the level 7 spells. Null Death and Heliga, which would be very useful. And over here we have Saber, which raises the caster's attack and accuracy, which is hella useful, just not specifically on the Black Wizard, which is the only one that can actually use it, unfortunately. Yeah, because this is basically a stronger form of temper, except it only works on the caster, the person who's casting it. And we have blind, which blinds a foe with darkness. What does this wish have to say? Are those legs really yours? Yeah, I mean, I've had them all my life. Alright, what do we got over here? My father's with the caravan. Right now, they're over in the desert to the west. They usually pitch camp by the forest near the north of the desert. I hope he comes home soon. So thank God they actually tell you that. Otherwise, you could end up wandering around forever to try to figure it out. So the caravan is actually like right in here. So we actually parked our airship not too far from it. But before we get there, I may have to grind up some gil because I forgot to keep 40,000. You need 40,000 gil for that. But we do have another location we can get to first. So we'll go ahead and check that out. But we're not quite done in this town yet. Long ago, an ancient race known as the Sky People used a language called Lufenian. My brother, Un, would always talk about it, telling me how he could speak it if only he had the Rosetta Stone. Which isn't exactly how the Rosetta Stone works, but whatever. The sunken shrine is said to be filled with riches. Silver, gold, diamonds, even tablets describing lost languages and civilizations, if you believe the legends. So I believe that would be the Rosetta Stone they're talking about there. And of course, we have the inn right here. And we've got a dragon in here, too. Amazing! Humans have been honored by the Dragon King. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if you had gotten here before getting your class changed, he would have like recommended you go talk to Bahamut and get stronger. Alright. I wanted to save the mermaids living on the sea floor, so I made this submarine out of a barrel. But when I went underwater, I started running out of air and I couldn't breathe. It's totally useless. Even worse, it's dangerous. You'd better keep away. Well, I guess we'll keep away then. We'll have to figure out some other way to get to the sunken shrine. Hi, my name's Cope. You wanted to hear about the shining object I saw? I think it came down somewhere near the waterfall to the north. No one believes me, but I think it was some kind of mechanical creature. And that's exactly where we're going next. If I can get this guy out of my freaking way, because I want to talk to this guy up here. Come on. You can do it. Oh shit, I'm just gonna block him in. Fuck, now I gotta wait.